Have you ever woken up in the dead of night with the unsettling feeling that something is wrong? Imagine discovering someone who looks exactly like your spouse standing outside your door while your real spouse is sleeping right next to you. I'm sitting here, freaking out. It's 3:17 a.m., and I just found my husband outside. This is going to be a mess, as I'm still shaking, but let me explain it as best I can. The eerie thing is, I've been through something like this before. Several years ago, we lived in another house. One night, I woke up to strange noises coming from the other side of the house. Cautiously, I opened the bedroom door and saw a light on in my husband's study next to the kitchen. Living just a few blocks away from a rough neighborhood, I immediately thought we had an intruder. My husband had come to bed hours earlier, so I assumed he was still asleep beside me. I crept through the house, ready to confront the intruder, when I realized it was my husband. He had woken up, couldn't sleep, and went to his study to browse the internet. In my half-asleep state, I had nearly confronted my own husband, thinking he was a burglar. Fast forward to tonight in our new house. We have a screen door and a wooden door, the latter with a deadbolt that you need a key to unlock from outside. If you forget the key, you're locked out unless you find the hidden spare or knock to be let back in. Around an hour ago, I woke up to the sound of the front door rattling. I grabbed my phone and checked the security camera by the front door. To my shock, I saw my husband standing outside, shivering in the cold. It was undoubtedly him, wearing the same blue shirt and black pants he had on today. Confused, I rolled over, and there he was, fast asleep next to me. I used my phone screen to light his face and confirmed it was indeed my husband. Now, completely bewildered, I got up and walked through the house to the front door. Our cat, usually alert to any outdoor activity, barely stirred, adding to the surreal feeling. I stood by the door and called out, "Who is it?" "It's me, hurry up and let me back in. I'm freezing." I went outside because I heard something but forgot my keys. It was his voice, his accent, his intonation, everything. But I was skeptical since I had just seen him in bed. "Hold on a second," I told him. I returned to the bedroom and woke up my husband. "This is really weird, you have to see this." I showed him the live camera feed on my phone. He looked at the screen and then out the bedroom window toward the front door. "What the fuck? When was this recorded?" he asked. "It's not recorded. This is live. You're outside right now," I explained. My husband gasped and pulled the curtains shut, his face pale with fear. "That's me." Now fully awake and terrified, I grabbed a large flashlight, a solid metal one, great for both illumination and defense, and returned to the front door with my husband. "What's your name?" I asked the person outside. He answered with my husband's full name, including his middle name. "What's your birth date?" He answered correctly. "What did we have for dinner tonight?" He described the meal accurately and even mentioned that I had cooked it. I could feel my husband's panic rising beside me. I nudged him and whispered, "Ask him something only you would know." After a moment, he steadied himself and asked, "When we last stayed with my parents, what change had Dad made to my old room?" There was a pause. "Who is that inside with you? Is that a recording of me? What's going on here?" "Answer the question," I insisted. "What change had been made to your room when we last visited?" Another pause, then finally, there was a second bed added for Max and Damien, my brother-in-law's kids, when they visit. My husband gasped. The person outside knew every detail. We retreated to the bedroom, lights on, hearts pounding. Watching the cameras, we saw the doppelganger move toward the backyard, possibly to find the spare key. That was 40 minutes ago. We haven't seen him since, but I'm too scared to sleep, fearing he might find the key and enter. I don't know who or what he is, but he knows everything about my husband. And I have no idea what he wants.